This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com.
The Kingdom of East Anglia saw the birth of their greatest son, an Anglo-Saxon warrior destined to be a champion for the ages and a national treasure for all time.
It is time for another top 109 games of all time from your old pal Rob. And now we are counting down from 39 to 30, which means there are only 29 games left on this list. And boy, are they going to be hard to choose from. That's for sure. Especially when you see it's going to be kind of tit for tat. But without further ado, let's begin this. And start right off with number 39. At number 39 is a game that has jumped so many leaps and bounds that I was completely blown away with it. It was such a joy to paint. It was so enjoyable to just play in general. I just really liked the whole solo parts of it and everything. And I haven't even gotten season 2 yet, which I'm really looking forward to paint up and play around with. And that is Cthulhu Death May Die. What a fantastic offering from the legend Eric Lang and Rob Dabbio. Just another fantastic experience. At number 38, well, you all know I'm a very big Blood Bowl fan. But one of the things I used to like to play was a variant of Blood Bowl, and it actually came in a box and it was its own game. And that is Dungeon Bowl, which kind of used the Blood Bowl rules and teams, but they were in a dungeon fighting for their very life, and it was just an insane thing, to the point that we would take oh God, I forgot what they called it, the beautiful ceramic maze dungeons, and build an 8-foot dungeon and play the game in there. And it would take up a Sunday afternoon without even blinking, and we had more fun than you could ever imagine. At number 37 is a bunch of games that I had just gotten back into my collection after a long, and I do mean long, time of them not being there. These games are very important to me, and that is the Europa series from GDW. Some of them are from GDW, the other are from Games Research Design. And that's Europa, Second Front, Fire in the East, Scorched Earth. I put them all together. This is a master class in games. That's the best way to put it. If you are going to play this game, this is probably one of the hardest levels to play at, because it is a master series and very complex rules. But once you get these rules down, which I don't think you ever truly do, it just becomes this beautiful experience, and it's something I enjoy, and plus the games are very dear to me. If you've seen my video about them, you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. At number 36 is a game that I absolutely love. It is my favorite wrestling game of all time, and that is Rumble Slam. It's based in a fantasy universe, but it is absolutely bonkers, and there are all kinds of things going on. Tag teams, battle royals. I really enjoy this game, and once they had the cards added to it and the refs which get involved, and then being able to have a 3 count in it, yeah, really just a lot of fun. Miniatures are gorgeous. The game is fantastic. It's just a lot of fun. At number 35 is a Portal game by the geniuses there. I'll tell you, this game here is just something special, and that is Robinson Caruso. Probably one of the best solo experiences I ever had. It's really up there. It is a great game. It doesn't make my top 10 because it doesn't come back to the table as much. So that's why it's kind of down here at 35. But I absolutely love this game. Just unexpected events, all the things that can happen. Just really, really a fantastic and solid game, and deserves to be at number 35. At number 34, Starfleet Federation Commander, whatever you want to call it. Starfleet is an old Star Trek shit game, and really, really one of those games that you sit down on a Friday night with all your friends and really battle it out. There's a lot of bookkeeping, and it's just it's a fantastic, wonderful experience. It's something I suggest everybody try, especially if you love space games, and I love space games. But Starfleet really stands head above, I think, because it is one of the first I ever played. That and Silent Death are just two fantastic games, but Starfleet was just so deep, and there's so much going on. And if you ever had all the material, it'll take up a shelf itself. So just a fantastic game. If you don't know enough about it, you can go check it out at RPG Drive-Thru. They have a ton of it there. Check it out. You will not be disappointed with this one. At number 33, I think this would be higher up on my list. I'm just not really fond of the latest edition, but my heart always is with the first and second editions of this, and that's Dungeons and Dragons, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. I love this game. This is one of the reasons I got into gaming. One of the reasons I love dungeon crawls. It always comes back to this game and how important this game. The game is just good now, but the old stuff, the way it was written, the old modules, you can play them, of course, with the latest edition, but I just have this feeling for just the old stuff, and maybe because I am old, nostalgia gets the best of me. But Dungeons and Dragons at 33 is a fantastic score, and I cannot complain about it. At number 32, this is a game that came out with a big edition. Steve Jackson seems to be doing a lot of this. I just love this game for what it is because you can play it on your own. I actually did a live stream playing it by myself and really had some laughs with it. And that is Fantasy Trip. I love how each module is broken up. You have your wizard module, you have your melee module, and then you kind of combined everything, and it really just, it puts everything together, and it's just a lot of fun and easy and simple. There's nothing complicated about it. It's fun making your own characters. It's, this and Dungeons and Dragons are neck and neck at 33 and 32. I love them both equally, but I just had to flip a coin and see which one was at 32 and which one was at 33, to be honest with you. And number 31 is the first game from it's one of those Milton Bradley games that I really enjoyed, and it eventually, I don't know if it was before Space Hulk, I think it was, but I really enjoy this. I love the advanced version of this, but I'm going to combine it all into one thing, and that's Space Crusade. Just hours and hours of playing this. Absolutely love this game. It, of course, is very much like Space Hulk, and Space Hulk will eventually be on this list. I mean, no surprise. I just think you'll be surprised to see where it ends up. I really love this for nostalgia points. I really love it for what it is, and the simplicity of it, and yet the absolutely overall beauty of it. It's just a fantastic game. And the components aren't the greatest, but this is just something that's near and dear to me, and it comes in at 31. At number 30, the only way I can say this is probably one of the best sports games I played in the last, I'd say, 9 years, 10 years. This stood out. I remember when I saw this on Kickstarter, I called the guy. He happened to be here in Florida. And this game has moved up so much in my list. The problem is I just don't have anybody to play with, and I wish there was a solo variant to it. I love it. It's solid. The game's come down to the last play almost, and that's Techno Bowl. And if you have a chance to get this, Brett Spidey has just come out with a pure miracle. I mean, this is probably one of the best games, sports football games I've ever played, ever. I mean, plain and simple, ever. And I absolutely love this game and treasure this game. And it is one of my favorite sports games of all time. It even rivals Blood Bowl as one of my top sports games, even though that's a fantasy type of game. So there you have it. We have 29 to number 1 coming up. We've got 3 more weeks of this. That's all we got. Probably less than that, because I think there's 5 weeks. And yeah, I think we'll get it done right before New Year's, which is all we were trying to do in the beginning. And in the same week, we'll do our top 10 games of 2019 as well. So there you have it, from 39 all the way to 30. I hope you enjoyed this list. It was a lot of fun to put together. I've been enjoying this, and I've been scratching my head as I put this list together. And I'll be really curious to see how it does next year when we bring it down to the top 50 games. It's a lot easier to do it that way. All right, until next week, it's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon.